Any question, any comment? Sister Ruqayya.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh Karim.
Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah.
I had a question. Well, it's more perhaps if you can say again, because I think the connection was not very good. You were talking about that you had been thinking for a long time about Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and that you had come to a conclusion, and I think then it chopped off just at that point. So I was wondering if you can mention a little bit about what that is.
Yeah.
Shukran.
Yeah. I was thinking that in order to introduce Imam Hussein alayhi salam to the people of the world, which is a necessity by itself, but also a necessary step for coming of Imam Mahdi. If you want to introduce Imam Hussein to people of the world, non-Shia, non-Muslims, what should we do? How to do so? I have some lectures, I have a paper on this also. So, we right now seem not to have a unified strategy. Some of us actually just do what we do ourselves as Shia and think if we show it to people of the world is good introduction to Imam Hussein. For example, we do our mourning in a traditional way, and we think just if people watch us, this is introducing Imam Hussein. Or, we have a lecture for ourselves. If someone comes and listens, we think that is enough. No, we need to have a strategy for introducing Imam Hussein to non-Shia and non-Muslims. Even to introduce to Sunni Muslims is different from introducing to Christians and introducing to people who are not even faithful. We should have a strategy with sub-strategies. One of the things that in our strategy we need to do is to have focused campaign. If you want to do marketing for any product that you want to sell, you need to see what the market needs, what the market aspires to, and then among them choose what are the most important things for them. If you want to, for example, sell a car in another country, you have to see whether they want a cheaper car or a safer car or a faster car or a more comfortable car. Which one they want. If you say, I produce a car, or I have a car for you produced, which is the cheapest, which is the fastest, which is the most comfortable, which is the safest, this is the largest, people wouldn't take you seriously. They say you are exaggerating. How can something be in every aspect the best? Plus, maybe they are not interested in all these things. Maybe in that country, in some countries, to be large is not good. In some countries, to be large is good. For some countries, they have, speed control. Maybe it's very fast. It's not. So you have to understand what people are interested more and focus. Unfortunately, when it comes to introducing Imam Hussein alayhi salam, it seems that we don't have focused campaign. We list all the good qualities of Imam Hussein. Of course, he had all the good qualities. But this is not going to be easily sold to people because they think we are biased, we are exaggerating. Plus, all of them are not priority for them. So, I have been thinking what would be one or maximum two things that stand out in the whole life of Imam Hussein. And then in his words and in the movement of Karbala, not just Karbala, all his life, all his words, movement of Karbala. Plus, is also very important in Islam. It cannot be just in Imam Hussein, it should be in the whole Islam. And also in the whole mission of the prophets and messengers, and also be something that by the passage of time doesn't lose its attraction. Something that actually when we move towards the end of time becomes more important. And something which would be central in the mission of Imam Mahdi. So after all these things being taken into account, my candidate is karam, opposite to zillah. Maybe by the passage of time, people will have food, we have water, we have many things available, roads, education, etc. But karama is something that more and more becomes important, and more is missing. Now I think human dignity is more than ever in danger. The only thing is that they are not taking us as slaves physically, but otherwise there is very comprehensive way of enslaving human beings and even treating them like animals. Even they don't understand, that they are treated like this. Karama is something that we need to focus on in introducing Imam Hussein, introducing Imam Mahdi, and also equipping ourselves. We should be dignified, and we should be known that we dignify others. People should feel safe when they come to us. They should know that we don't want to humiliate any human being. So this is a summary of the discussion about karama.
MashaAllah. Shukran, Sheikhna. A lot of food for thought.
Inshallah. Then this should be translated into our tarbiyah at home, tarbiyah in madrasa, in the school, lectures in the community, activities. This karama should be giving shape and form to all our activities.
Can I say something?
Yes, Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa
rahmatullah. I don't recall the hadith ad verbatim.
Yes.
But I remember the gist. It says that if you don't help yourself, then Allah also will not help you, and therefore one of the reasons for the Imam's delay or whatever, of him not coming, is because we are also not together.
Yeah.
Allah says that, I don't recall that hadith ad verbatim, but
it's
I
Quran.
remember
hearing
in the lecture.
It's the Quran. إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. Allah will not change condition of people unless they change themselves. So if you don't try to change the situation.
From the
Pardon? It's ayah. This is ayah in the Quran. There are two ayah. One is this, one is ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ لَمْ يَكُنْ مُغَيِّرًا نِعْمَةً أَنْعَمَهَا عَلَىٰ قَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. The second one is explicitly about blessings. That Allah doesn't take the blessings away unless people change. They lose their qualification. But the other one is more general. It's about good side or bad side.
Taking that from that cue which you said in the beginning of the lecture, I mean, it went and came back. You said something, so I remembered that thing, that if we don't, you said now that nowadays it's become very difficult, hypocritical, the whole ummah and the whole climate of the people, the character has become very hypocritical. So is that one of the reasons that Imam will not send us?
Yeah, this is one reason, but the main reason is the people who want to support, they are not ready. And one sign of their lack of readiness is that they are not united. If they were united, means they had managed to distance themselves from falsehood, from evil desires. The fact that we are not united says a lot. And if we were united, it meant that many things are in the good condition. Because unless you are really sincere, you are very intelligent, you are very dedicated, you will not be united with people from different backgrounds, different, ethnicity, etc. It's strong love for Allah that can make you united with people who are very different from you. Is there any other question? Any other question?
Sheikh, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Sheikh, I think there's a question on the chat.
Okay, let me see.
If you like, I can read it out.
Yes, please, because I have difficulty in opening. What's the question, please?
It's from Sister Firdaus, I believe.
Yes.
It says, Salam Sheikhna, thank you for the very thought-provoking talk. If you can give us an example of how I can introduce Imam Hussein as a person who stands for dignity.
So, first of all, we ourselves need to be a person who treats others with dignity and honor. They know that for you, your honor is important, and also this is what you consider and observe in treating others. Number one. Number two, introduce Imam Hussein alayhi salam as someone who inspired you. If you are known to be a person who values honor the most, and then you say, people will be interested, why you have become like this. Say, I'm inspired by Imam Hussein. Who was Imam Hussein? What did he do? Then you share some of his words, some of his actions, and how he didn't compromise about his honor and dignity. And then they will be interested. They want to know more. Then we can talk about, his personal life, his family life, his life as a leader, his life when he was surrounded by the enemies. And then, inshallah, the love for Imam Hussein will automatically be ignited in them and start the process. If you act as a catalyst and make them taste the love for Imam Hussein, this love itself then changes them. And one of the best things also to attract people towards Imam Hussein is, in addition to seeing us as individuals or as families, people who are successful, who are organized, who are united, who are dignified, to see Arba'in. Because Arba'in is a kind of sample of what we are going, inshallah, to have in the time of Imam Mahdi. This is temporary and international. We want something permanent and universal. Arba'in is not universal, it's international. We want this to be universal all over the world and permanent. So we have a journey, but the sample is very useful. They can feel the fragrance of that universal fraternity, inshallah. Is there another question? Okay, so let us end with dua. Bismillah.